Of our border now, some former liberation movements have raised concern about what they see as an attempt to change governments in the Southern African region.
The parties held talks in Zimbabwe.
With the wave of change sweeping across the southern region, the liberation movements have taken stock of political developments. The parties responsible for attaining freedom in countries such as Tanzania, Mozambique, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa blame the Western powers for what they say is an attempt to effect regime change.
In Southern Africa, the West have bankrolled anti-government media houses and initiatives such as the Industrial Media Support, George Soros Open Society Initiative, and the Media Institute of Southern Africa. All those institutions channel fund to media houses that are hostile to liberation movements. This being done under the guise of promoting democracy. Through the creation of a series of quasi-private pseudo foundations, and we list them, those foundations. It may be your Albert Einstein Institute, the AEI, the National Democratic Institute, NDI, the National Republican Institute, IRI, the National Endowment for Democracy, NFT, Freedom House, International Center of Nonviolent Conflict, ICNC, German Frederick Herbert Stiftung, FES, and all these foundations are funding the studies in 8 political parties, NGOs, student organizations, and other civil society abroad to promote the West agenda in targeted countries under the guise of strengthening democratic institutions.
The parties have also called for a better way of handling the challenges facing the youth in the region.
There's this younger generation which is very, very much in a hurry. And when we look back, we said, but even liberation movements at the height of liberation struggle were sustained by that generation, the 16 to 35 generation. That generation were in the camps. It was impatient with oppression. They wanted to fight. Why do we think that they will be patient now for change? That's how we see it. And we say liberation movement must pay particular attention.
Referring to the upcoming US elections, the ANC believes Donald Trump is going to surprise many.
Americans take their own decisions the way they do. One time they elected a president because he was handsome. So Americans can do anything. The foreign policy will depend on who wins the election. All I'm saying is that people who want to write off Trump on this campaign are actually gambling because America can elect anything and the world deal with the consequences of electing anything. And that is the risk we're having now. A man who goes and says, I will draw a line on the sand. Both enemies and friends will know that they can't cross that line. You know, those are the only things that we read and we say, the world will deal with many things.
The elections will be held in November. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are currently the 2 front runners. Sophie Mukwena, SABC News, Johannesburg.